The year is 2025. Russia has just launched a surprise invasion in Eastern Europe. Missiles fly, radars light up, and the world holds its breath. In the dead of night, the United States responds. From a secure base, a shadow rises into the sky. The B-2 Spirit stealth bomber, the ghost America relies on when the stakes are highest. Its mission? Slip past Russian defenses, strike deep inside enemy territory, and end the war before it begins. But just as the B-2 soars across the frozen clouds, something massive appears on the horizon. A white silhouette slicing through the mist. Its wings stretch wide, engines roaring like thunder. The American pilot looks up, and his radar finally catches it. The Tu-160 White Swan, Russia's pride, the largest and fastest bomber in the world. Two legends of the sky, one built to be invisible, the other built for speed and sheer power. But here's the twist. None of this just happened. This isn't a battle over Europe. It's a battle of facts. And tonight we're putting them head to head. The B-2 Spirit versus the Russian Tu-160 White Swan. Which bomber truly rules the skies? Now before we dive in, I want to ask you, which one do you think wins? Stealth or speed? Drop your guess in the comments below right now, and let's see if you're right by the end of this video. Design philosophy. Let's start with their design. The B-2 Spirit, America's ghost, a flying wing with no tail, no vertical stabilizers, nothing to reflect radar. Its entire body is designed for one purpose: vanish. At $2 billion per unit, it's one of the most expensive aircraft ever built, but also one of the hardest to detect. Now compare that to the Tu-160 White Swan. Russia didn't build it to hide, they built it to dominate with speed. It's huge, sleek, almost the size of a small airliner, and with its variable sweep wings, it can fly slow and steady, or sweep back into a razor-sharp shape and break the sound barrier at Mach 2. So right here, we already see the contrast. The B-2 whispers, the Tu-160 roars. One is a ghost, the other is a swan with the heart of a beast. Payload and destruction. Now let's talk firepower. The B-2 Spirit can carry 40,000 pounds of bombs and cruise missiles. From nuclear weapons to precision-guided JDAMs, it specializes in sneaking past defenses and silently erasing enemy targets. The Tu-160, it can carry nearly double, around 88,000 pounds of payload. That's insane. Cruise missiles, nuclear weapons, conventional bombs. The White Swan is basically a flying missile platform built to unleash destruction on a massive scale. So ask yourself this: do you value the assassin's blade or the sledgehammer? Range and endurance. Both of these bombers are built to reach anywhere in the world. The B-2 has a range of about 6,000 miles, extendable to 12,000 with mid-air refueling. It once flew a 44-hour mission non-stop. Imagine that, almost 2 days in the sky. But the Tu-160, it pushes even further, nearly 8,600 miles without refueling. It can cross continents, launch missiles, and return home without ever touching down. So if we're talking endurance, the White Swan outlasts the Ghost. But remember, range means nothing if you're shot down before you arrive. Which brings us to stealth and survivability. Section 4, Stealth versus Speed. Here's where the fight gets interesting. The B-2 Spirit was built to slip through the cracks of enemy radar. Its radar cross-section is smaller than a bird. Enemy defenses may not even know it's coming until bombs are already falling. The Tu-160, on the other hand, doesn't hide. It relies on speed. If the B-2 is a ninja, the Tu-160 is a sprinting gladiator. But here's the problem. In today's world of advanced radar and missile defenses, speed alone isn't always enough. So I'll ask you, which do you think matters more in modern war? Being invisible or being fast? Battle role. In a real conflict, the B-2 would be used as a first strike weapon. Its job? Slip in undetected, wipe out enemy radar and missile sites, and blind the battlefield. Once that's done, other bombers like the B-52 can move in safely. The Tu-160 would play a different role. It's not a first strike ghost, it's a long-range hammer, launching cruise missiles from a distance, overwhelming enemy defenses with sheer firepower. So these two bombers don't just represent different designs, they represent different strategies. So the question we started with, which bomber rules the skies? The B-2 Spirit, the $2 billion ghost, master of stealth, the bomber that can strike without warning, or the Tu-160 White Swan, the giant supersonic beast, carrying nearly twice the firepower and soaring faster than sound? The truth: it depends on the war you're fighting. If you need silence, precision, and invisibility, the B-2 is king. If you need raw power, speed, and overwhelming destruction, the Tu-160 dominates. But now I want to hear from you. If these two titans faced each other head-on, which one do you think would win? Drop your answer in the comments. This was Air Dominance TV. Subscribe for more cinematic battles of the skies. And next time, we'll take a look at the bomber that could replace them both.